making wrong breakdowns and it was being proven to you, you refused to adhere to it, now you're going to receive more beatings than a regular Joe Smo that didn't even know about what's going on here. Read that, Mama Michelle.
And they have none understanding.
And they have what?
They have none understanding.
They have none understanding, man. Okay? They're just reading verses and they're making it up as it goes along. And sometimes, brothers might even know it's wrong, but because they're so adamant to please men, they keep quiet about it. Man, that's the same thing they do in West Africa.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that Jake is doing in West Africa.
And I use them to follow multitude
to do evil. You see? So it shows a lot of our brethren are compromised. Whether they want to accept it or not. They are being compromised, man. And the Lord is seeing all of that. All of you brothers that are being compromised, the Lord sees all of that. And it's going to be telling when the going gets tough and the tough gets going. Because when the Lord puts you in a real life situation, yeah, where the law is going to have to be applicable, you're no longer going to find a smokescreen of hiding behind a fraternity order. Because really, that's where a lot of these camps are. Yeah. They're fraternity order, they're frats. It's like being part of a gang. Yeah? You've pledged allegiance to men when you should pledge allegiance to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Really, that's what's going to keep you together. That's really what's going to keep you as a solid foundation, man. Because the Lord is the one that builds the army, not a man. The Lord is the one that can put the spirit in a man to want to get with a like-minded individual and stay loyal. The Lord is the one that promotes that spirit. Okay? Yeah, the Lord uses man to do his will, but ultimately, he wants all the glory, man. The Most High ain't sharing his glory with nobody. If you think the Most High created this whole thing, the whole you, just so you could glorify yourself, you got something else coming.
That's right. And it's like we don't even want that glory because we know better. We don't want that glory.
Exactly, because the
the
Lord is a jealous power, man.
Right.
The Lord is a jealous power. He's very jealous, man. If he sees you trying to take his glory, man, the Most High is going to do you dirty. He's going to do you dirty. Exactly. Yeah. Because they obtained enough wisdom to know, right, this man is jealous, you know.
Yeah.
Throw my crown.
Flip it, let me fling it. Hey, but I just want to say something about a point that you made about our brothers in the truth not having understanding. Because what you know is when certain brothers join camps, they give them a list of precepts to answer certain questions you get. But what they don't do is they don't actually go in and say, let me try and understand this myself, as opposed to being mechanical and saying, yeah, if you ask me this question, I'll give this answer. Because when there's no understanding, because this word is living. It's spiritual, man. It's living. It's alive. It's not mechanical. You know what I'm saying? It's practical. Like when the captain was teaching about the moon phases and everything, the teaching made sense, made practical sense. It's not just about people are going around saying that the new moon is darkness. It doesn't make sense. When you could clearly see that the new moon is a crescent, it looks like a newborn baby in a belly, like a shower bar, like a yalba, like a trumpet. That's a new moon. It makes sense. Oh, that's new. That's a newborn.
And the funny thing is, their elders know. But you see, like it all goes back to the leaven of the elders in Israel.
There you go.
The wicked scribe and Pharisee spirit. Yeah? Because the scribe and the Pharisees, they knew they were Israelites, you know?
Exactly.
They knew they were Israelites.
Exactly.
And they had something called traditions of men at that time. They were making it up as they were going along. You understand? And this is the same problem Yahushua had. And it says there's no new thing under the sun. So the same thing is going to happen again. You're going to have some men that come in Israel that say they're elders. And they're going to give you all kind of breakdowns and that. But within that breakdown, there's going to be some leaven in there. Now, whether you're able to spot it out or not, that's entirely up to the Lord. Because we was fortunate enough for the Spirit to be on us to say, is the moon really dark? So if the moon is dark, why is it that there's a crescent there? All right, let's have a count then. Let's count from this day that we're seeing the crescent and see if at the end of 30 days there'll be another one. And there was. Practical knowledge.
Even when you go into even when you go into Genesis 4, it says the Most High made two lights. How can the light suddenly be dark? Does that even make any sense?
And this is cold milk, man. This is cold milk we don't want to drink. Let's go.
They are wise to do evil.
They are wise to do evil. Like they make keeping the Sabbath so difficult, man. We gotta wait to see a dark moon which we can't see, then we can start counting to know when the Sabbath is. So here you are, they're teaching. This is how retarded it is. In order to know when the Sabbath is, you gotta know when the moon comes in, according to that doctrine. Now, when the moon comes in, you can't actually see it unless there's an eclipse. That's when it will show you the moon is actually there. So there has to be an eclipse every month, so we can know there's a dark moon there.
But that's where you have to have special glasses to see an eclipse.
Exactly.
That sounds grievous to me.
That is a very grievous doctrine, man. And the scripture says in John 8:32, the truth shall make you free. And brothers are actually struggling with the web. So they're not even keeping it. That's why the Lord is bringing it out on this final number 7. Because mind you, okay, for those that are keeping a lunar Sabbath, yeah, the Most High was kind enough to show you when the Sabbath was, because your moon cycle, 7 days exactly from when the crescent showed up, it fell on a Friday sundown. Now, this month, which is the 12th month, according to Esau's calendar, February the 7th was the Sabbath as well. And it fell on a Friday sundown. Look at that. So it's like the Lord is playing a game here. He's like, all right, wait. And I want to feel good about what I'm about to do to these niggas. So let me show them 1 time. Let me show them 2 times. 3rd time coming, I'm going to fuck shit up. Because sometimes you got to understand, we have the same emotional and characteristics the Lord has.
Yes. Yes.
The Lord knows what he's about to do is going to be terrible. That's why he's showing you twice. Because Jake is saying, you know what, I'm going to wait till Esau predicts when the moon comes in. I'm going to wait till Esau tells me when the month begins. So the Lord is like, okay, even if you want to do that, I'm still going to make it fall on Friday. You see, because yesterday was Friday, and yesterday was the 7th of February. And 7 is what? The Sabbath, right? So the Lord is showing you when it begins, because the day begins in the evening. So the evening of the Friday would have had to be the Sabbath, even if you want to follow Esau's agenda. So the Most High is setting everything up for this final punch, because the Lord is clenching his fist right now. Yeah? And when it comes, you can't say you wasn't told, because the Lord has a funny way of giving you deja vu, man. When you're in the moment, you know like in the movies when you have a flashback. He has a funny way of giving you a flashback, man. And it's funny, right after we brought it out, they removed the channel. Because why? Esau knows a lot of money is to be made from keeping the Israelites shopping on those days, partying on those days. Most of the money made during the week falls between that Friday and Saturday, man. Most of the shops, they make a turnover for the year on those days. That's how they meet targets. That's how the shops keep running. So when they saw it, it was literally, it was, devastating.
They couldn't leave it there.
They couldn't leave it there. So it was really a quick thing where I show you and then I put it away. That's what the Lord did. Because if you see how the crescent even showed up, it wasn't there all day. It showed up and then it disappeared. That shows you have to have a moon watcher. Someone that will see the crescent and say, yo, I spotted the crescent. And even if you miss the crescent, if they were paying attention, they will still know what day of the month it is based off of the phasing in and out of the moon. But anyway, that's old milk, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, they're wise to do evil. But to do good, they have no knowledge.
But to do good, they have no knowledge. It's hard for our people to keep a Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. But it's easy for them to look for a dark moon which they can't see and then do a countdown. That's literally the precept right there. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Being good, it's not hard. It's not hard to keep the Sabbath, man. The Most High wouldn't make it grievous to keep a Sabbath. Your elders are making it grievous. Because that's the same thing the scribe and the Pharisees were doing. They were laying burdens upon men. They were laying burdens.
Laying burdens, you know.
I got told by, one of the other athletes in the camp that I was being over-righteous for keeping Shabbat. If you work on a plantation, you have to, you might not have a choice but to work. I was like, listen, it's not grievous for me to keep the Shabbat if I plan ahead. You know what I'm saying? I said to him, look, I'm willing to lose my job for the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to lose my job over that. But he was like, oh, you're being over-righteous for keeping the Shabbat. You know what I mean? I'm just making sense of that. You know what I mean?
It's easier to get a job, a Monday to Friday job, than it is to get a weekend job anyway. How many jobs are going to have you there just for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Regular jobs are from Monday to Friday, man. So the Most High, did he not know that was going to happen? He knew. But niggas just want to be wicked. That's all it is.
It's like another reason why, through the Spirit, another reason why prophets don't understand. The Lord has said, Yahweh says these laws are actually good for our own good. Right? If you think about it, He wants us to depend on Him. He wants us to come to Him for every single thing. Now, if you're working like that, right? You're working Monday to Friday, you're working on Saturday, earning extra money. At some stage, you start to depend more on your money.
That's right.
You start to depend more on these things. There's a reason why these things happen.
Yeah.
Because the more you get certain things, you start thinking different. Start thinking different. Start depending on these other things. When you're supposed to depend on Him, He knows what He's doing.
Yeah.
These laws are actually good for us.
Yeah.
So any which way, when I found myself keeping the Shabbat, things changed for me. I wasn't earning that much money.
That's
that was
right,
fine. My mind was in the right place.
That's right.
Because you have to keep your mind on Him.
That's right.
Go to Him for everything. Cleave onto Him. That's the whole idea. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I mean? And it's not grievous. The way to prove, and you prove to Him as well that you trust in Him.
That's right.
When you try and keep His holy day. That's it's as simple as that, basically. So I just wanted to add that.
It's true, I was going to say that.
Yeah, read that.
Like you say, when you start following this stuff, start coming into it, and you're following the Shabbat how you should do, what you're thinking about is the Lord. What you're thinking about is Yahweh Shah. I keep the commandments. Every day, every thought that goes in your head is like, to do with the Most High, to do with Yahweh Shah. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to
Yeah, read that. Correction is grievous unto a fool. Because notice, 𝐤𝐄𝐿 just read, they are wise to do, he said, my people are foolish. They are wise to do evil. But hear what this one says as well. Read that.
Proverbs 15:10.
Read.
Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way.
That what?
That forsaketh the way.
Right.
And
Read.
and he that hateth reproof shall die.
And he that what?
And he that hateth reproof shall die.
Yeah, because so if you get hit with a missile, don't say, Lord, why me? It says, he that hateth reproof shall die. Yeah? Correction is grievous to him that forsaketh the way. A lot of times, brothers don't understand that the Bible is practical, man.
Practical, man.
It's funny, ISUPK, they call themselves universal practical knowledge, but yet they're following a lunar moon cycle.
Oh, they follow Lunar too.
Of course, all the camps do. That's the leaven among all these alphabet camps. They all follow Esau's lunar cycle. Because what they do is they'll keep a Friday sundown to Saturday sundown as a Sabbath, but when it comes to the feast days, They will go on the app